We'll start by chanting Om 3 times and followed by the invocation shlokas. Please close your eyes, sit erect. Inhale deeply. Om. Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Hey everyone, good morning. As we are covering the Tattva Bodha, can we chant the invocation shloka?
Yeah, sure.
Vasudevendra Yogendram
Vasudevendra Yogindram
Natva Jnanapradam Gurum
Natva Jnanapradam Gurum
Mumukshunam Hitarthaya
Mumukshunam Hitardhaya
Tattva Bodho Bhidhiyate.
Tattva Bodho Vidiyate.
As the text has in the opening shloka, not invocation shloka, but in the opening one, okay, the statement was what we call as Vastu Sangraha Vakya, the summarization statement of the entire text said, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikarina Moksha Sadhana Bhutam Tattva Viveka Prakaram Bhakshamaha. So, for those people who endowed with Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannatvam, in order to attain moksha, Tattva Viveka is being taught. So we have covered what Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannatvam, that is all covered now already. And then Tattva Viveka Prakaram is what we are going through. Within Tattva Viveka Prakara, okay, what is this Tattva Viveka? The summarization statement for this Tattva Viveka is Atma Satyam Tadanya Sarvam Mithyeti. Atma alone is truth, everything else is Mithya. So then the question obviously came as, what is the Atma? Said, Sthula Sukshma Karna Sharira Vyatiriktavad Panchakoshatita San Avasthatraya Sakshi Satchitananda Rupa Swarupa Yattishtadita Sa Atma. So there are 4 components to it. It is different from Sthula Sukshma Karna Sharira. Okay, we have studied that. And we have seen Avasthatraya Sakshi. What are those 3 avasthas also we have seen. Okay. Now we are looking at what are these Panchakoshas. In Panchakoshas, we understood that Panchakoshas means 5 koshas, right? And we understood as kosha means it is a sheath. Okay, what is sheath doing? A sword is in a sheath. Now the sheath appears like a sword, and it is covering the sword. Okay, so I cannot really see the sword. In the same way, there are these 5 sheets that are covering the real Atma. Okay? And these 5 sheets are actually can be mapped to Stula, Sukshma, and Karna Sharira also. Okay. And the first sheet is called as Annamaya Kosha. We have seen that in the last session, right? Anna is food. Maya means basically it is modification. Annamaya Kosha means a sheath that is formed because of the food. So this body is made up of food. This body is born because of the food that the parents have eaten. Okay. And once, not only that, not only the body is made up of the food, but body is at Sukshma, when we are studying Stula Sharira means physical body, we studied that the Stula Sharira has got 6 components. Jayate, Asti, Vardhate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyate. Meaning birth, growth, refinements, then actually then birth, and then like temporal existence, then growth, then uh, refinement of the body, and then shutting down of the body, as in terms of like decay of the body, and finally the death of the body. So these 6 vikaras that we call as shed vikaras, 6 vikaras. So these 6 vikaras that we talked about in the Stula Sharira, all of them are because of anna, the food that we eat. So that's why this Stula Sharira is also called as Annamaya Kosha. And then pranas. What are this Pranamaya Kosha? Now this Pranamaya Kosha, it is said, these are Pranadhyaha Panchavayava Vagendrinja Panchakam Pranamaya Kosha. So there are along starting with prana, there are 5 types of Vayu. Vayu means air. 5 types of airs are there. Okay. Now the air that is there in the outside world is not any different from the air inside my body. Okay, because the air that is I am breathing, inhaling, is the one that is being exhaled back. Okay, so these five, however, when the air that comes into my body, it is enlivening my body, and the moment I stop breathing, we say that he lost his pranas, means he is dead. So this prana, there are 5. Okay, and they said prana, even though within this, that's all the teacher has said here. We understood that as prana. There are 5. First one is called mukhya prana or main prana. Prana means both inhalation and exhalation capability, because of which all other 4 are possible. What is it? Apana is the second one. Apana means that helps in the excretion process. Okay, we need some kind of a force to excrete. Okay, and now the other thing is that Vyana is the third one. Okay, so that means it helps with the circulation of circulatory system within our body, which is like whether it's the blood circulation, lymph nodes, or whatever fluids that are circulating within our body, unless there is a force, it doesn't circulate. Hence, that air that we breathe also helps with circulation. That is Vyana. Okay, and then any kind of a reverse functions, meaning reverse functions means like, air is usually coming down like this. But however, if something is pushing back upwards, okay, so for example, someone couldn't digest what they eat and they throw up, or any kind of burping, etc. Any upward movement of air is called as udana. And finally, anything that supports digestion, because again, like whenever we eat food, the food has to be pushed down in my stomach and all the way to intestines and all of that, that air is called as samana. So these are the 5. Okay, so these are the 5 pranas. So because of these five pranas, what are we doing? These five pranas are linked with our these karma indriyas. Okay, so these are connected to organs of action. If not for if not for the pranas, organs of action cannot work. Okay, when we speak, obviously, like if you the air is coming, and that is where the speech is. There is a modification between each syllable that we speak. Otherwise, if there is no air, if there's too much air is coming, especially like if you notice, if let us say old people, right? I mean, elderly people who lost their teeth, lot of air comes through between their teeth, okay, and in which case we cannot really understand what they are speaking. So this modification of air itself is helping in speech. Okay, then similarly when we lift something, okay, we need to, if something is heavy, that's when you realize that like that we lift, right? So like that, so the whether it is hands, whether it is legs, all karmendriyas, without air nothing can happen. So that's why pranamaya kosha is considered as kriya aspect, okay, meaning action aspect of deals with our action aspect of our lives. And why are we studying all of this? Again, remember, I keep saying this every session, is that we need to understand that all of these are different from me, and hence they are not me. With that, we are going to go to the next part. Okay. If one of you can go off mute and repeat after me. Manomaya kaha.
Manomaya kaha.
Actually, it is Manomaya Kosha kaha. Sorry. Manomaya Kosha kaha.
Manomaya Kosha kaha.
Manascha.
Manascha.
Jnana.
Jnana.
Indriya.
Indriya.
Panchakam.
Panchakam.
Militva.
Militva.
Yo bhavati.
Yo bhavati.
Sa.
Sa.
Manomaya Kosha.
Manomaya Kosha.
So it's a simple one. So actually, like it's a very simple definition. It said manascha. Manascha means manaha. Cha means manas, and manas means we already we studied in the earlier. Manas means mind. We already know about that. Jnana Indriya Panchakam. So there are five Jnana Indriyas. Okay. Jnana Indriya Panchakam, those five Jnana Indriyas. Militva. So if you want to say in Hindi, milkar. Okay. It is mixed with. Okay. So mind along with five Indriyas, five Jnana Indriyas, organs of perception. Yo bhavati, whatever is there, sa, that is manomaya kosha, that is mind. Okay? So simply mind plus five organs of perception is manomaya kosha. We already know what these jnanendriyas are. We already know what mind is. So really here, the author is not giving any new information, either in terms of Manomaya Kosha or Vijnanamaya Kosha. So we can actually go to, but on the other hand, when he goes to Anandamaya Kosha, that is where he is giving us a lot more additional information. Okay. So let's go to the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay. Vijnanamaya Kaha.
Vijnanamaya kaha.
Buddhi.
Buddhi.
Jnana.
Jnana.
Indriya.
Indriya.
Panchakam.
Panchakam.
Militva.
Militva.
Yo bhavati.
Yo bhavati.
Sa.
Sa.
Vijnanamaya
Vijnanamaya
Kosha.
Kosha.
So it is exactly identical statement as before, except manas is represented by buddhi. Okay. So this, what is it? It is buddhi plus five indriyas. Indriyas means organs of jnana indriyas, so organs of perception. That is Vijnanamaya Kosha. So what is the difference between mind and intellect? Mind is Sankalpa Vikalpatmaka Manaha, right? So that has Sankalpa and that has Vikalpa. Sankalpa means it is making something, and it is Vikalpa means it is modifying whatever it has made. So that means what? I have a thought, and as soon as I think about something, what happens? Will I stick to that thought? No. Then I try to modify that thought. Oh, let me refine this. No, 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 we will do this. Okay. So, for example, like you see a beggar. Okay. Now, let us say you see in India, and you have a 2000 rupee note in your pocket. Okay. Because we just went to India, so we encashed big money and we had a big bills, right? So 2000 rupees. 2000 rupees, okay, it is like about 20 bucks. Yeah, okay, why not? I'll give it to this beggar. That's my initial thought. Then say, no, no, it is more than $20. I don't pay $20. I don't give $20 to beggar even in US. Why this? Or the next denomination is 500. How about 500? Then the thought had shifting. Okay. And then what happens? I say, oh, okay, I'll give 500. It's less than $10. It's okay. But then, oh, my friend is here next to me. And if I give 500, my friend or my relative, they'll get angry that I don't care about money at all. So probably I need to give 100. Okay. Now, as you're thinking like this, the beggar has already crossed. He went to the other person and you walked past. So this kind of a emotional change in mind is what we call emotional change. The changes are in emotions. The change in the thought process, continual change process is called as mind. Okay. Now, what is Vijnanamaya is Buddhi. Buddhi is what it is saying is that it is presenting what must be done. Okay. So what must be done, we kind of know many a times. Okay. But whether we do it or not is a different story. Okay. So when we are faced with a situation, okay, now let us say in the office, okay, we are in an office environment. In the office environment, you know, there is a leader who may be our boss, okay, is doing something wrong. So what does Buddhi say? Whatever this person is doing is incorrect. So what should I do? I should bring it to his attention that it is wrong. Now, what does mind say? Yes, I'll say that. However, you know, if I point to him directly, then I may lose my job. Okay. So how about I say, I sugarcoat it a little bit. How about I not say anything? How about I pretend as if I was never there? So like this, like, you know, mind keeps on changing this thought into various things, and whether we do something about it or whether we not do anything about it is finally depends upon how mm, uh, how we treat the situation depending upon our vasanas, depending upon so many situations, right? Okay, so how important is this job for us? How strong is this manager? How strong is my position in the company? So all of that. So the intellect simply said, this is wrong. You need to get it corrected. Okay, so what is the intellect says what is right, what is wrong, what is the right action. Okay, it presents all of this. However, mind is the one that oscillates. So this is the difference between manas and buddhi. So this is the Vijnanamaya Kosha is the buddhi along with five jnanendriyas. Now let us go to Anandamaya Kosha. Here, this is where like we need little extra discussion because the author, the teacher, is presenting some additional information that was not presented when we were studying Karana Sharira. Okay. Remember, like as I said, there are three bodies: Stula, Sukshma, Karana Sharira, and this five koshas. So these five koshas are mapped to these three bodies. Annamaya kosha is mapped to Stula Sharira, then Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, and Vijnanamaya kosha. All these three are mapped to Sukshma Sharira, the subtle body, and finally Anandamaya kosha is mapped to Karna Sharira. Okay, so Anandamaya kaha
आनन्दमयः कः
evameva
एवमेव
Karana Sharira
कारणशरीर
Bhuta
भूता
Bhuta
भूत
Avidya
अविद्या
Stha
स्थ
Marinasatvam
मरणसत्त्वं
Priyadi
क्रियादि
Vritti
वृत्ति
Sahitam
सहितं
Sat
सत्
Anandamaya
आनन्दमयः
Koshaha.
कोशः
Etat
एतत्
Kosha
कोश
Panchakam.
पञ्चकम्
So at the end, Etat Kosha Panchakam. So what it is saying is these are the five koshas. Mean what is saying is that with this, the topic of five koshas are complete. Etat Kosha Panchakam. Okay, so now here, what is the now let us come to the definition of Anandamaya Kosha. Evameva. Evameva means in this manner. In this manner means in the order that has been enumerated, because we enumerated everything else, right? Now, Karana Sharira Bhuta. Okay. So Karana Sharira Bhuta means Bhuta is born. Karana Sharira Bhuta means something is born of Karana Sharira. What is this Karana Sharira Bhuta? What is born? Okay, it is born of avidya. Okay, so now what happened? Karana Sharira Bhuta avidya. So there is a causal body, and in this causal body there is avidya. Okay, avidya means ignorance. Okay, now when we talk about ignorance in avidya, whenever you hear the term avidya in Vedanta, avidya is referring to ignorance of self. Okay, ignorance of my true essential nature. That is what is avidya. And why it is very important, why this avidya has been given so much what you call like so much importance is given to this avidya, and so much stress is given on avidya, is because what is avidya doing is that it is veiling my vidya, the knowledge. What is my knowledge? What is the knowledge that all the Vedanta is saying? I am Brahman. I am Brahman means I am with everything. There is nothing other than me. I am complete. Okay. So I was complete, I am complete, I will be complete because there's nothing other than me. Now this knowledge, what happens? So when that situation is there, what happens is that there is no need for me to, because I'm complete and there's nothing else, there's nothing to achieve, number one. And there's nothing to desire. Okay. So there is no desire to attain something or lose something. Okay. Because there is no desire, there is no action I must do. Because there is no action I must do, there is no results I had to experience. So what happened is that However, I am thinking that I am not complete. I am limited to this body. This is the avidya. Now, as soon as that kind of a thought is there that I am limited to this body, what do I want? Is that I want as much as possible so that I can be complete. So that completeness I am seeking at a physical level. Okay, I want to be stronger. I want to be healthier. I want to look younger, and I want to be like that forever. Okay. At a family level, I want to have a nice family with me. I want to have a good spouse. My parents are always happy. My children are always happy. Okay. And I am the center of attraction in my whole family. Okay. Not only in my immediate family, but among my extended family also. Same is true among my social circle. Okay, with respect to with respect to social circle, whether it is respect to the wealth, okay, as in the financial wealth. Okay, I want to be as rich as possible. Okay, maybe the richest in the world. Okay, and then like that, from a power perspective, yes, not only like I am rich, but I must be the most powerful person in this world. Okay, so these kind of thoughts are all there because why all of these are, and oh, I must be most knowledgeable person in the world too. Okay, so all of these kind of things are there in us primarily because I think that I am finite, I am limited, my knowledge is limited, my physical capacity is limited, my mental capacity is limited, my intellectual capacity is limited. So all these are limited. So I want to maximize my limit. I mean, like decrease my limitations and maximize my wealth in all these areas. Now, so this avidya is leading to desire. Kama, okay, desire kama. Because of kama, I want to fulfill the kama. To fulfill kama, I am doing karma action. Because I am doing karma, I am getting karma phala. And karma phala is also called as karma in Sanskrit, simply because of the result, to experience the result, I had to perform another action. So there is a chain of avidya that leads to karma, that leads to karma. Okay. Now, because of this karma, karma, avidya, because this karma, karma chain, what is happening? We are gathering more and more vasanas, and to exhaust more vasanas, all those vasanas, we are being born again and again. Okay, along with vasanas, we are also catching papa, punya, and based on the papa, punyas, and kama, different types of bodies we are taking. So this avidya, because this avidya is there in the karana sharira, this sharira is called as karna, cause for rebirth of this stula and sukshma sharira, the subtle body and physical body, again and again from beginningless time. Okay. So this karna sharira bhuta avidyastha. Okay. So this karna sharira bhuta avidya, what happened with that is it is malina sattva. Okay. Malina sattvam. So there is a sattvam is there, but it is malina. Malina means it is dirty. Okay. So what is this malina sattvam? Is that in Karna Sharira, when we're studying Karna Sharira, actually when we're studying deep sleep is experience. In deep sleep, what we do? We experience Karna Sharira, we said. Okay. Sushupti Avastha. Okay. So in Sushupti, we said there is three-faceted knowledge. Aham kimapi na janami. I don't know anything. Okay. And I slept well. And Sukhena. Okay, I am happy. I'm happy means free of sorrow. These three faceted knowledge was there in Karana Sharira. However, we also said it is Sukshma Sharira, sorry, Karana Sharira Abhimani Prajnaha Ityuchyate, we said. Why? Because even though their experience, there is a I don't know anything, right? So the I don't know anything is representing what? It is representing the ignorance. It is a knowledge of ignorance. That is why it also said prajna, right? Karnashari abhimani prajna ityuchyate. So now I don't know anything means what? It is a knowledge of the ignorance. Okay. So something has happened and I know that I wasn't aware of it. So it is a knowledge of ignorance. So that means it is what we call in our Vedanta as tamas. Okay. So because it is tamas, it is also called as malina sattva. It means it is a knowledge of uh, impurity. So it means it is a knowledge of ignorance. Okay. So this is what the Anandamaya Kosha is. But then it is also said now the Priyadi Vritti Sahitam. Priyadi Vritti Sahitam. Now, Vritti means we said like with the simplified translation of Vritti is thoughts. So, however, Vritti is there is no direct English translation uh, for vritti in English, even though we translate it as thoughts, because thoughts typically, when we think about thoughts, they are only at the level of intellect. So, Sukshma Sharira. Okay. But these vrittis, okay, there are particular types of vrittis, okay, which are not necessarily thoughts, but they are kind of like experiences. Okay. They are there in Karma Sharira. Okay. They are there in this Anandamaya Kosha. What are those? They begin with Priya. Okay. And Priyadi means they begin with Priya. So how many of them are there? Okay. What are those? Those are listed elsewhere. So the commentator explained those here. Okay. Those are three vrittis. Okay. So they are Priya, Moda, Pramoda. Okay. Priya, Moda, and Pramoda. So these three are the vrittis. Now, what are these Priya? What is Priya means? What is Moda means? What is Pramoda means? Is that Priya? Okay, so let me first give a simple thing. Imagine you like mangoes, for example. Okay, then you like mangoes, and in US you don't get mangoes that well, and even if you find mangoes, what happens is that it looks like mango. It smells like mango, but you cut it open, but doesn't taste anything like the mango that you ate in India. So imagine like you have gone to India, and when you went to India, maybe it is April time frame somehow, like you attend a wedding or something. You went there in April, and you saw in a grocery store there, or maybe on a cart, on a push cart, you saw these mangoes. So as soon as you see mangoes, what happens? There's a level of joy that comes in the heart. Okay. Oh, look, mangoes. I love them. Okay. So so that that is called as Priya. Okay. It is defined as Ishtavastu Darshanam Janma Sukham is Priya. Ishtavastu, the object that I like, Darshanam, when I see it, Janya Sukham, whatever pleasure I experience. So whenever I see that whatever happiness that I see, whatever happiness I experience when I see an object that I like, it could be not just mango, it could be a being, or it could be a thought, it could be a promotion, or whatever, right? When you heard about the prospect of promotion, etc. Okay, so that is Priya. This is like a gradation of happiness. Okay, so this is a lower level. Now, Moda is what? Ishtavastu Prapti Janya Sukham. Now, because we are with this example of mango, let us stick with that one. So now I actually bought that mango. Now, dear, I saw it in the cart. Okay, maybe now as I was driving on the road, because someone else is driving, because I cannot drive on Indian roads, I'm too scared. So I made the driver stop the car, got down and haggled with the push cart vendor there. Okay, he was saying 50 rupees kilo, and I fought with him tooth and nail to get it for 40 rupees per kilo, and got was 2 kilos of how many were, right? Now that mango is in my hand. Okay. So earlier I saw, oh, look at the mangoes. I love them. That is Priya. Now that mango actually is in my hand and it is mine. Okay. But obviously, like, I cannot eat it right now because I'm in the car and I had to wash my hands. I had to wash the mango and cut it open or whatever, right? I mean, depending upon the type of mango, whether I can cut it open or squeeze it and drink. But now it is in my hands. So this joy, this second level of joy, when I obtain the object I like, is Moda. Okay, Priya and Moda. Now what is the third level? Is Pramoda. Pramoda means Prakarshena Moda. Prakarshena means extremely Moda. I mean extreme happiness. What is it? Ishtavastu Anubhavajanya Sukham. So now, earlier, first level, Darshana, saw it. Second level, Prapti, got it. Third level is Anubhava, experienced it. Means what? I took the mango home, washed it, cleaned it properly, and then cut it open. Okay, maybe it's okay. And there's nice pieces in front of me. I took one piece at a time, one bite at a time, and I ate it. And then I said, I love this. So this Ishtavastu Anubhavajanya, when I experience the object that I like, that is called Pramoda. So Priya, Moda, and Pramoda. Why are you talking about these three? Not because of we want to talk about mangoes, but because these are three vrittis. These vrittis are, where are these vrittis? They are in Anandamaya Kosha. They are in Anandamaya Kosha means what? They are in the Karana Sharira. Okay. And so now, why is this important? Is when we talked about mango, right? Okay, okay. So is mango giving me joy? Okay. So is this mango giving me joy? Is it happiness in mango? Now I may say, yes, mango, I love this mango. But let us say Rajiv ji doesn't like mangoes. Then if he tries to eat mango, he's like, what is this? I don't like it. Okay, there's no joy for him. There's no Priya, there's no Moda or Pramoda. But whereas I thought this is good. Now, so if the happiness is there in mango, whether I eat the mango or Rajivji eats the mango, we should experience the same amount of happiness. Okay, and Padmaji, probably she eats, but that's not her favorite. Okay, maybe for her, kala jamun may be the most likely liked fruit. Okay, so for her, like, okay, yeah, it's good. I tasted better. Yeah, that's okay. So there's no, I mean, like that, I'm talking about indifference. Okay, so the same object, when someone eats, they're very happy. Someone hates it. Someone is indifferent. Okay, so whether it's a mango or a person. Okay, uh, if you ask Jay, he says that yes, I like Venkat a lot. Okay, he's my best friend. He's my best buddy. That's what you may say. But let us say if I ask, I'm just making up, right? Okay, if I ask Pawan, oh man, like, okay, I cannot stand Venkat. Okay, I'm only here because I just wanted to know a little bit about Tattva Bodha, otherwise I don't like him at all. Okay, so same person is liked by someone and disliked by someone. So the presence of this object, how can it give happiness in me? Okay, so that's the question. So what happens is that this, whether it's a mango, or whether it's a person, or whether it's an experience, whatever, right? People, objects, or experiences, right? When you're talking about experience, means like, seeing something, whether it's watching a movie or maybe a thought, etc. What happens is that when I get object of my desire, okay, whatever that object is, when I get the object of my desire, the other thoughts subside. Now, when the other thoughts subside, there's only a single thought. The more I desire this object, the more the other thoughts subside a lot more. And then when I experience the one that I love most, there is a fraction of second, a complete lack of thoughts. A complete lack of thoughts. So where the mind is still. When this mind is still, that stillness of mind is the one that gives us the joy. Okay. Now, all of you can do a thought exercise. Okay. Think about the best moments in your life. The best moment. Okay. And think about what you did when immediately when you came to know and experience that best moment. For some, it could be your wedding day. For some, it could be the moment you got visa to come to US. For some, the birth of your first child, okay, or your first job, or your promotion, whatever that is, okay. When you got that experience of the best thing that you want, for a brief second, you would close your eyes, okay. Maybe 1 second, maybe 2 seconds, maybe even a half a second. You close your eyes, everything is disappears, right? Everything from this world disappears, and there is a pure joy. And when you recollect it any number of times, you don't get that level of joy anymore. So what happened is that pure joy is nothing but stillness of mind. The object or any thought or any experiences, they don't give us any intrinsic joy. The joy is because when the mind is quietened, I experience the bliss within. Okay. But now what is happening is that as a lay person, for me to invoke that happiness in me, the bliss within me, I needed an external object. So this external object is acting as an instrument for my happiness. Okay. So now this happiness, I experience that experience in my deep sleep is same as the combination of Priya, Moda, and Pramoda, all these three combined. Okay. Now, oh, I only experience in deep sleep. So how do you know? That's a question. Okay. How do you know that I experience in what I experience in deep sleep? Oh, because what happens is, think about this way, right? A child, okay, not your child, maybe a neighbor's child. You invited, okay, yeah, like a 3-year-old baby or a 4-year, let's say 3-year-old. Now, you he as soon as he comes, he wants to play Baby Shark song. Okay, he wanted you to play the Baby Shark song, so you put it on TV. And then he watched it and you want to watch it again and again and again and again, and you get tired because you can't hear it anymore. So what you do, you put it on an iPad or something. Okay, and then he's watching it again and again and again. Now, a few hours passed and he realized that his mom is not around and his dad is not around. Now he wants his mom and dad. Now you put, oh, come, let's watch Baby Shark. He says, no, I want my mom. No, I want my dad. And he starts crying and crying until he sees his mom or dad. Okay. And then once he sees his mom and dad, he holds on to them and he is happy. Now, similar thing happens to all of us. All of us, whether we are young or old, is whatever you like. Okay. So your best friend has come from after 20 years, you're seeing, okay. You want to talk to everyone. Okay. So you want to talk to them for hours. Okay, so this friend has come at 6 p.m. and you are awake until 2, 3, 4 a.m. and you're not done. You want to talk a lot more. And of course, your friend also wants to talk more. But what is happening? Even the best thing that is happening, the conversation is scintillating. You are catching up on the gossip about, like, the one that your first love or first crush. Okay, what happened to that person? That is being talked, and that is like, halfway through. Okay, it is not done yet, but the body is saying, it is time for me to sleep. It is time for me to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Why? This is the sukha. This is the best sukha I'm experiencing. But the body knows, the body and the mind knows internally that there's a better sukha in the sleep. What is the sukha? The experience of kimapi na janani. I don't know anything. The experience of the bliss. I slept well. The experience of this Priya, Moda, and Pramoda. So even in waking state, this Anandamaya Kosha can be experienced. So now, if you recall, like right in the beginning of our, when we introduced this, um, in Avasthatraya, okay, when we introduced Sthula Sharira Abhimani, okay, Vishwa Ityuchyate. But and we said when in the waking state, he is identified with Sthula, both waking state as a dreaming state and deep sleep state. That's what we said. Okay. So me, when I wake up, I'm aware of this physical world. Yes. I'm aware of this waking state. Yes. Oh, I'm aware of my dream also. Last night I dreamed what I dreamt, etc. I remember. Okay. But I'm also aware of my deep sleep because I know the bliss of sleeping. So that is why we say that the Anandamaya Kosha can be experienced in waking state as well. So now, what we say is that, how are you? If someone asks the question, how are you? What are you saying? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. But then once they start asking, no, are you really happy? What is going on in your life? Then you'll say, well, I'm happy, except I have this particular problem. I met the doctor and he said that my blood test did not come very well. I'm happy, but like I have some issues with my children right now. So what is happening? We say whatever is bothering us, we are saying. So which means what? We are also a little bit of sad as well. So now the question is that am I happy or am I sad or am I a mixture of these two? Okay. So what our Vedanta says is we are neither happy nor sad. Rather, we are happiness. Okay, we are happiness itself, because that happiness, when we talked about, like, when we took the simple example of mango, right? That happiness arised from us, okay, arose from us, and however, so that source of happiness is right within us, and right at the core, we are that happiness. However, there is a coverage on top of that, okay? What is this coverage? Anandamaya Kosha. And this Anandamaya Kosha, because it is covering Ananda, this Kosha, this cover or this sheet is called as Anandamaya Kosha. And how is it covering? It is covering with avidya. Avidya means ignorance, ignorance of true nature. And because of covering what is happening, I think I am finite. So hence, and I want to become infinite. And for me to become finite to infinite, my erroneous notion is that I want to acquire more and more. That is desired karma. From this desired karma, what is happening? Because of this desired karma, I am doing work. Okay, action. So that is karma. Because of that karma, I am experiencing the results of karma, which is again karma phala. So this is what is happening. So this karma sharira itself is avidya, okay, and hence it is a malina sattvam. Malina sattvam means nature of ignorance, okay, the knowledge of ignorance, and it has got this Priya Vritti Sahitam. This is Anandamaya Kosha. So these are the 5 different koshas. Again, so to summarize, right? Anandamaya Kosha is dealing with the physical aspect of me. Pranamaya Kosha is dealing with my physiological aspect. And Manomaya Kosha, because physiological aspect means my breathing, not only breathing, but my circulatory system, my digestive system, all those, right? So, and hunger, thirst, okay? Hunger and thirst are coming because of movement of air in the body, okay? Manomaya Kosha is dealing with my emotional aspect and emotional and knowledge aspect. Vijnanamaya Kosha is dealing with my rational and knowledge aspect. Anandamaya Kosha is dealing with my happiness aspect because of Priya, Moda, and Pramoda Vrittis. Now, my challenge is that I identify with all these aspects, and what this is saying, what Vedanta is saying, don't get identified with these 5 layers or 5 different veils, but go beyond these 5 koshas, go beyond these 3 shariras, go beyond this avasthatraya. Okay, so that's what it is saying. Okay, so we'll pause here and see if you have any questions, and then we will pick up the rest from next session. Okay, so any questions? No questions? Okay. So then, okay, so then in that case, we'll close it clearly then. Okay, so I thought like, okay, I'll spend like few minutes with answering Q&A. So, and okay, we'll see you next week. पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Thanks, everyone. See you all next Sunday. Have a great week ahead.
Thanks, you too. Thanks.